Today, we're going to discover the damage and DPS numbers of Shikanoin Heizou from C0 to C6. You will also find his best weapon and artifact set in the charts I'm about to show you. Shikanoin Heizou is an anemo catalyst character that mainly deal damage. His only supportive capability comes from his passive talent, which increases all party members' elemental mastery, excluding him, by 80 for 10 seconds. At C2, his elemental burst can pull in enemies. Since he is a catalyst user, this means all of his normal attacks deal anemo damage that can swirl enemies, despite him doing melee actions. Every time he swirls an enemy, he will gain 1 stack, and the maximum stack is 4 stacks. His elemental skill has a quick 10 seconds cooldown, and the damage will be boosted when he has maximum stacks, that can be acquired by either holding the elemental skill button, or by swirling enemies I just mentioned. His elemental burst only costs 40 energy, and has a very short cooldown of 12 seconds. With that, we can assume that his rotation should be something like this. Now that we have figured out his rotation, let's calculate his damage, using various weapons and a 4-piece Viridescent Venerer artifact set. In this chart, you can see that the Skyward Atlas is his best 5-star weapon. For the 4-star weapon, the R5 Blackcliff Agate is the best, but only after he managed to defeat 3 enemies. For more consistent damage, the R5 Dodoko Tails should be his best free-to-play weapon. But you can always use the Thrilling Tales book to support other character instead, rather than focusing the damage on Heizou. In the next chart, you can see his Constellations damage difference. As you can see, at C6, he's not that much better damage-wise. But at C2, his elemental burst can pull enemies in, which is super important for grouping enemies, and at C4, his elemental burst can generate energy particles for himself, that can help him do his burst continuously, every 12 seconds. Now for the artifact set, although we know that Viridescent Venerer set is a no-brainer for him, but let's take a look at the chart anyway. As you can see, DPS-wise, Viridescent Venerer set is not the best artifact set for him, but the value of elemental shred provided by the 4-piece set outweigh the extra damage from the other artifact sets. In conclusion, Heizou is going to be a decent 4-star anemo catalyst that can provide fun melee gameplay, but with the supporting capability by his weapon and artifact set. In my opinion, Heizou still needs more damage and more supporting capabilities, which I believe he will get it in the future beta updates. I also somewhat disappointed that he is not a 5-star, because he looks like a very fun melee character to use as a quick swap main DPS. Please subscribe so you don't miss out on my future Heizou calculation update videos, and thank you for watching.